Hey there YouTubers and Star Wars fans, and once again welcome to another action figure review. As you can see today, I will be taking a look at the 6-inch Star Wars Black Series Darth Vader. That's right, I'm going straight into what is possibly one of the biggest sellers out of this line, which is the man himself, Darth Vader. So, as you can see, we have Darth Vader in front of us with his long cape, and that's what I'm going to talk about first. So I'm just going to take his lightsaber out of his hand, and I'll talk about that further on into this review. So the cape, made of this soft goods material. So you can see you can just move it about and you can pose it around in different positions. I think from the back it looks very good. It looks just like how the cape did in all the films, what he appeared in. And yeah, I think it really looks good, looks imposing. You can pose it in many different positions so you can make him look a little bit like Batman. And I think it's good. Although I'm not the biggest fan of soft goods. I don't think a lot are, but I think the way they've made the cape on this figure, the way Hasbro have handled this, I think at first it kind of irked me when I first got the figure, and now having this figure in hand for quite a while, I kind of got used to it, and I can see why they've used this soft goods approach for his cape. I think it works better. I don't think it would have worked as well if they just used a plastic material for his cape, because you wouldn't have been able to get as much posability with that compared to soft goods. So I think overall they've done a good job with the cape. It just connects under here in these shoulder pieces. And you've got some more soft goods here at the underskirt as well. But be very wary that you don't mess up the cape, like by standing the figure on top of the cape. But you probably all know that anyway. But now onto the main body of the figure. So first I'm going to talk about the helmet. What do I think of the helmet? Well, again, that is something that quite irked me at first. I don't know how you might see this. I don't know whether the camera will do it any justice whatsoever. But at first, I wasn't really sure what to think about the helmet, and it was the eyes. There was something about the eyes that just bugged me so slightly about this figure. I don't know what it was. I thought they might have been too brown. But if you actually watch the Star Wars films, his eyes at times do look a little bit like that. They're not the exact same colour as the rest of the helmet, which makes sense that they've gone for that approach. One thing I would have liked, though, if they gave this a more glossier finish, because I really like Darth Vader's helmet when it's got like that more glossy finish like you see in Return of the Jedi. And I believe this figure itself is based on his appearance in Return of the Jedi, because he has the chain, and as you'll see later on, he has the removable head. But as I said, he has the chain. It's made out of this sort of metallic material, so it's not just plastic like the chain that you see on the Slave Leia 6-inch figure, which is also part of the Black Series line. I think the way they've done the chest area, the shoulder pads, I think looks very nice. There's no paint bleed there whatsoever. You've just got that painted in the silver and the black, and I think the controls, whatever they are, for him to breathe, I think they've done very nicely. And again, you've got more of this soft good material on the main body here. It works very well. And you've got his utility belt here with all kinds of buckles and devices on here. Here's the crotch area, which is probably very well protected because I think all of his parts got burnt really. So there's a question for a lot of you fans to think about. How does Darth Vader go to the toilet? And I think the legs are done very well. They're given this more of a glossy finish around the thigh areas, and then if you just go lower down towards the ankle area, I really like the way they've done like the shin areas of his legs. I think they're done very nicely, and the boots are also done very well also. And if you just take a look at the figure from the back, just pull this up for a sec, you can see more of the legs at the back. So overall, I think it looks like Darth Vader, you know, the gloves, the arms and everything. It looks just like Darth Vader, and while I said that the helmet kind of irked me at first, I actually do not mind it at all now. I think it actually looks quite alright. It looks just like Vader, so I'm quite happy with this. So now on to one of the main attractions about this figure, and it's the fact that you can take the head off. So if I can just move this helmet off, I'll give you a closer look at his helmet there, as you can see, and you can even take the face plate off as well from the main helmet. If I can just separate it like so, there you go. So you can see it's removable. That's the headpiece there, and here we've just got the main mask, which you see is removed at the end of Return of the Jedi. And I like the inside of the mask. You can't really see it that well on camera, but it looks a little bit like how it did in Revenge of the Sith when the mask first goes on to Anakin Skywalker. So I really like this. I think very good amount of detail there. So I'll just put that here. And of course we have Anakin himself here, so you can see more of the detail, the circuitry of the bottom of the mask, the helmet there, which is done very well. And the camera is not doing this guy any justice whatsoever. Everything's shining on his face. You can't really see it at all. I'll just try and do the best as I can to focus it. There we go. Now that looks absolutely magnificent, doesn't it? I think that the paint job on his face is absolutely fantastic. He's done a marvellous job with this. I'm really happy with it. The scarring and all the paint made him pale. Got the scarring on the top of his head there. So it looks really good. It's one of the best head sculpts out of this whole line. It looks just like how Anakin did at the end of Return of the Jedi. So there you go. And now onto his thrusty lightsaber. Now I really like this lightsaber. The red one's possibly my favourite colour out of them all, because red is my favourite colour itself. And I really like this lightsaber. It's made out of this hard plastic material, so it's very hard to break. So yeah, they've just painted the main blade red. You can remove the blade if you want to, so you can just pose him with a closed lightsaber, and you can just easily put the blade back on like so. I think the handle of the lightsaber is sculpted very well. It looks just like Darth Vader's lightsaber. You've got all of the hinges here and there, and they've painted it very nicely in black and a metallic silver. So kudos to Hasbro there. Onto the main articulation of this figure. The head can do a 360, and again you can see a little bit more stuff at the back of the neck there, but be wary if you try and move the head around chain can get stuck inside sometimes, so you have to like fiddle around with it to make sure it doesn't. The head is on a ball joint as well, so you can move the head up and down like so, and you can do that with the helmet and mask on as well, although sometimes when you try and do that with the helmet on, you can remove it by accident, so I think you get more articulation without the helmet than with the helmet. So the main body, of course, the torso can move side to side. I do not want to move it 360 because it might damage all the soft goods and stuff. I don't really want to do that. The arms, they can move up and down. Again, they can't really do a 360 because of the soft goods. Again, behind here you can see more detail at the shoulder pieces, which is very nice. The biceps, they can, the elbows rather, they can do like a ball joint move and can move up and down, and the wrists can do a 360, so you can make him force choke someone if you want to. And there is articulation at the legs that can go around, at the thighs and at the knees and at the feet as well. So it's more or less a standard articulation that you would expect with these Black Series action figures. And here he is posed with the lightsaber and his left arm up as if he's about to use the Force and force choke all of the rebels. And here he is posed with a couple of other figures from this line. So on the left we have Bespin Luke Skywalker from Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, and on the right we have Slave Leia. What a messed up family this is. And once again, YouTubers, thank you very much for watching this action figure review. Don't forget to leave a comment and like, and stay tuned next time. Peace. Don't forget to click the link below to subscribe to me, James Croft, aka the Obsesstuvian 95. Have a great day.